Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we have a very easy item for you that we're going to do. This is something that if you're a new car owner or if you want to save a few bucks going to a garage, you can do this yourself and actually save quite a bit of money. We're going to be changing the air filter in my 2009 Volvo S60. There's the Volvo right there. Excuse me, this is a 2015. 2019 is over that way, over there. Very easy to do once you get the hood open, which is openable with a little rotary switch next to your left foot as you're sitting in the driver's seat. And then a latch right here, which is just a couple of inches off of the front grille here. Just reach up and you'll see this and do this way and you'll be able to open the hood all the way. Does not need a prop rod. It has little shocks to hold it up, so it'll hold itself up. And there is the air filter right there. Let me turn you around so we can show you a little bit better. This is the under hood view of the car. There's your car. There's a light setting on top of it so I can see what I'm doing. You're going to need two things to do this job. A replacement filter. And for this one, this is a 2015, like I said, Volvo S60 with a 2-liter Drive E, that start-stop function 2-liter engine. For this one, always look up in the manufacturer's, in the book to see what the manufacturer's number for your filter. In this case, I'm going to be using a C35177 MAN filter, which is a German product. They make really good products. I know everybody wants to debate what's the best. You can have your best or whatever. This is a good quality filter though. If you can find one of these, and I believe I got this on Rock Auto, then it's a great replacement. I believe I have a Fram filter in there right now. Also a very acceptable filter, but it's been in there for a while and it needs to be replaced. Now, I said you're going to need two items. Second item, a screwdriver with a T20 Torx bit. And if I can get this to focus in for us here, a T is just that little 6-point star thing there. That's the Torx bit is what they're called. You can find a cheap screwdriver kit, probably 10 bucks at a Harbor Freight or Walmart, that has this in it. It just needs a T20 tip, or you can buy the screwdriver that doesn't have the removable tips all to itself. You can also use a socket set, but it does need to have a little bit of a reach because we've got to get right back there to that. So, to replace this filter under this housing, all we've got to do is loosen these screws. They are captive screws. They will not come out. I can't pull that out, so you don't have to worry about loosening them, which is good because when you drop something down inside one of these engine compartments, just buy a new one. You just lost it forever. Unless you have like a magnetic pickup, and sometimes you can get down into where it is, but otherwise, forget it. It's gone. Forget about it. So, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then one more back there that's always hiding so that you can't see it and you forget about it. And with this light in my face, I can't see it, so I'm going to put the light down, and then you can see it right back there. Get my screwdriver on it. There we go. It's easier to get to when the light's not in the way. Okay, I'm going to rest that right up there. Put my light back up. And then I'm just going to grab a corner and lift up. You don't have to remove any of the parts or anything like that. You've got a cable right there that you want to be careful with. Other than that, don't pull too hard. You've got plenty of room. Let me set you up on the tripod here, and so I can get two hands, one to hold this up, one to get under there, and I'll show you. Here we go. We got two hands available now, so all you got to do is lift it up a little bit and lift it right out. This has a nice seal here that seals it against the back of this. Your airflow comes in through this tube right here, which is, you know, up to the grill in the front of the engine. So you got the grill's that way, by the way. So you got fresh air coming into the bottom of this big old box. That goes through this filter, and you see part of why it needs to be replaced is this was really dirty and it was starting to fall apart, which I'm kind of surprised at from a Fram filter. So, oh no, that's a male filter, which is a Volvo OE filter. So this has been in here a while. But anyway, it seals up against the top of this so dirt can't get around here, and it filters all the dirt through this side. So let's pitch that off to the side and see what the new one looks like. There is the top where the clean air exits out, and there is the bottom where you've got this beautiful pad that can intercept some very fine air particles, and then the pleats here that can get even smaller air particles, dust particles. And all you got to do is lift this thing up and set it down in place. Make sure it goes in all the way around. Sometimes these pleats back here will want to catch as they're setting down, but that's it. Just set it down in place and set this right back down on top of it, and you'll feel it when it's pushed into place properly, and it'll move and everything. It feels springy because it's on that rubber piece that was sitting there that, as you tighten the screws, clamps it down. And I like to start on one corner. I'll get one screw in, and I'll get the other corner, tighten it that way. Oh, I just felt it pop into place a little bit better there. Sometimes you got to push down on it a little bit to get it to pop into place. And that does a couple of things. It makes sure this box is pulled down firmly now, so it's seated properly, and I know the rest of the screws are going to line up. So all I've got to do is tighten these back down. This is a job you can actually do in your parking lot when you get your filter. You don't have to, as long as you got your screwdriver, you don't have to have anything fancy. You don't have to have it up on jacks. You don't need anything fancy at all. Just you, your screwdriver, and your new filter. So there you have it. We have the filter installed in our 2015 Volvo S60. I do suggest that you write down somewhere when you replace this, and if nothing else, just take, I'm going to make a little sticky piece of tape that I can put on here, or on the filter. What my daughter taught me, which I thought was a really good idea, is take you a Sharpie, and on, let me get this old filter here, on the old filter, on the new filter, like on the inside edge here, right on the inside edge of the foam part there, a date. That way you know when you replaced it. You should replace these pretty regularly. Go according to the manufacturers, but for me, I replace them at least once a year, and I forgot about this one. It's actually way overdue. If you live on a dirt road or go down a lot of dirt roads, or are in a place with a lot of airborne particles like coal country or something like that, you may need to change this even more often. There's nothing wrong with changing it more often than necessary. And there's a hot one out here. It's like 92 degrees right now. And just about as much for humidity. That's all there is to it, guys. You can do this. Anybody can do this. And you can save yourself a fortune. In a garage, sometimes they will charge you $100 to do this. You can get the filters for under $30 and do it yourself in a couple of minutes. Hope you got something out of that. Talk to you guys later.